The Betrayal at the Cottage. A chilling sauterie of fraud and infidelity of forbidden love. The Betrayal at the Cottage. The lakeside cottage was meant to bring the Foster family together. After years of financial strain, Henry Foster wanted to reconnect with his 17-year-old daughter, Clara, and his second wife, Evelyn. The trip promised peaceful days and family bonding, but Clara was skeptical about Evelyn's intentions. On the second evening, as the family sat by the fire, Clara noticed Evelyn constantly glancing at her phone. Her stepmother's restlessness was odd, but Clara chose to keep quiet. That night, unable to sleep, Clara stepped onto the porch for fresh air. The moonlight illuminated the surrounding woods, and that's when she spotted Evelyn slipping into the trees with a small bag. Curiosity got the better of Clara. She followed her stepmother, staying hidden in the shadows. Evelyn walked quickly, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. After a few minutes, she stopped near an old, abandoned boathouse. A man emerged from the shadows. He was tall and dressed in dark clothing. Clara hid behind a tree, her heart pounding. "Do you have it?" the man asked in a low, gruff voice. Evelyn handed him the bag. "This is the last of it," she said. "Henry won't notice until it's too late." Clara's stomach tightened. She strained to hear as the man unzipped the bag, revealing stacks of cash. "I still don't get why you're with him," the man said. Evelyn scoffed. "Do you think I could access his accounts otherwise? Once the transfer is complete, we disappear. No more small-town life, no more Henry." Clara froze, her mind racing. This wasn't just an affair. It was a plan to ruin her father. Evelyn wasn't in love with Henry. She was using him. The man nodded. "Fine, but if you screw this up." "I won't," Evelyn interrupted. "Stick to the plan." As they turned to leave, Clara crept back to the cottage, careful not to make a sound. Back in her room, she locked the door, her hands trembling. She had to warn her father, but she needed proof. The next morning, while Evelyn was out, Clara searched her room. Hidden in the lining of a suitcase, she found receipts for large cash withdrawals from her father's account. She snapped pictures with her phone, then put everything back in place. That evening, Clara took her father for a walk by the lake. She laid out everything she'd seen and showed him the photos. At first, Henry was skeptical, but the evidence was undeniable. "That's impossible," Henry murmured, his face pale. "Dad, she's stealing from you," Clara said, her voice trembling. "You have to stop her." That night, Henry confronted Evelyn. Voices echoed through the cottage. Evelyn's protests, Henry's anger. The truth came out in sharp, cutting words. Evelyn admitted her scheme but insisted she did it out of desperation. By morning, Evelyn was gone. Henry contacted the bank to freeze his accounts and reported the theft to the authorities. The mysterious man was identified as a known con artist, and both were charged with fraud. Though the betrayal hurt deeply, it brought Henry and Clara closer. Together they rebuilt their lives, learning to trust each other again. The cottage, once a place of secrets and deceit, became a symbol of their resilience, a reminder that even in the face of betrayal, family could prevail.